Okay, let's bring him out of this turn and stop. Very good. Hello and welcome back to lesson number 3 of Fit to be Tied, the workbook series. I hope you're enjoying the lesson so far, and I really hope that you're developing a relationship among your group, especially for those of you that are studying in groups. I know that there are probably some that are studying in ones and twos, but for those that are using this as a format or a foundation for a large group study, I hope you're learning a lot. Not only about breaking horses, don't try this at home, but about walking it out as a Christian believer. So this is all about discipleship. I'm not really wanting to teach you how to break a colt, although I would love to break one again. I would enjoy that. But I'm really more interested in teaching you how to become a great disciple for Christ. So tonight's lesson, or today, whichever time you're viewing this, we're talking about in lesson 3, being under control. This is kind of a long lesson, so if you have to break it into 2, that's certainly okay, or you may need to finish it on your own when you get out of the lesson. But we're going to start talking tonight about being under control. It's all about being able to control a colt. If you can't control him, really, there's really no benefit. What are you going to do with him? You can't use him. So control, of course, it started in the very beginning with a hackamore. You remember I told you in the book that I use a hackamore and not a halter. A halter just won't provide the correction that a hackamore will. You notice this is a rawhide noseband. That's a Bozal noseband. It's rawhide and it's rough. And so that's going to create some sore spots on his nose and under his chin where these shanks rub underneath the chin. And these are 3/8-inch nylon rope that go around the back of his ears. And that's going to come in handy when it starts pulling, because it's going to put some pressure behind his ears. You know, we all respond to pain. Even single cell organisms are pain compliant. So think about that just a minute. You know, if it hurts, you quit doing it. And so pretty soon our colt stops doing the stuff that is hurting because, you know, he says, there's got to be a better way. So I'm going to show you a few things that I use, because a lot of you have never been around a breaking pin and you probably don't know. You know, the first item that we're going to talk about in this lesson, you're going to hear about hobbling. Now, I'm not going to teach you the lesson, but I want to show you some stuff that you maybe never seen. This is a pair of hobbles. That's what hobbles look like. These are nylon buckle hobbles. So just pretend that's a horse's foot. So that hobble goes around the outside of that foot and it comes back into that ring and it goes up tight and it comes back out this one, and then you buckle it around the outside foot. So his other foot's in here. So now it's like he's handcuffed in the front. So that keeps the horse from moving. Now listen, when that happens, the first time that colt feels that, you know, he fights a little bit. He kicks around. He tries to jump around, but he really can't hurt himself. He certainly can't break these. He can't get away. I also like to use a what's called a rope hobble, and it can also double as a lead rope. But I kept this on my saddle at all times, just strapped on the backside. But if you want to hobble a horse with that, you go around it like that, and then you twist it, and then you make a double loop around the outside, and then tie a square knot at the end to hold it in. So that is another pair of hobbles that can be used. So you could use a lead rope for hobbles if you want to. I suggest that every horse be able to be hobbled, and here's why. When you're out in the pasture and you're ready to take a lunch break, you can put the hobbles on a horse and let him go, and they're not going to drift very far. And here's the interesting thing: only the leader has to be hobbled. The lead horse is all you have to hobble. The rest will stay with him. So listen, if you're feeling hobbled, take that as a great sign. God sees you as a leader, so he's hobbled you so that you don't lead anyone else astray. Hey, listen, you're going to learn some stuff tonight, and I hope that as we go through this series and you continue to learn about these different things that we use to break a colt, that you'll see the application in your own spiritual life and see what God wants to do for you. So if he's saddling you, maybe he's throwing something up on your back that you're not used to. Hey, listen, don't fight it. Don't resist it. Let God do the work in you that he wants to do, because the whole point is getting you under control so that he can take you and do what he wants to do with you. It's all about taking Jesus to others. That's the whole lesson. If you're fit to be tied, you're fit for the ride. And he can do something with you that will change other people's lives. So before he can change other people's lives, he's got to change yours and mine. It starts right here at home. Hey, I hope you enjoyed this lesson tonight. And be sure and share with each other. Answer the questions honestly. Take home the work and finish it if you don't finish it in class tonight or today. God bless you. Continue the journey. Let's be fit to be tied.